So how my addiction started, it's when I was actually in my early 20s. I was still staying in the villages. So we used to come for holidays at my mom's place in Gauteng. And I had a friend who also had the same situation, whereby during holidays we come to the cities for connection with our mothers. So what happened is, one day she visited me, and while she visited, she said, hey, you know what, I think I saw something that we might actually enjoy. It's being sold at the around the corner. And I'm like, what that? And then she said, let's go check it out. It looks very nice. Okay, I agree. Here we are walking on the street of Joburg, going to the around the corner. You see, this thing is accessible everywhere. When you addicted, you'll see it everywhere. So we got there and she bought. I did not buy because I did not even know what she was talking about it. Me being naive back then, she started smashing it onto the wall. It's a wall. It was more like a brick, you know, those ones whereby you have to smash it first in order to, you know. And then she smashed it against the wall, and then, well, it came to pieces, and she gave me a piece. I tasted it, and my taste buds loved it. They laughed. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was the most beautiful, unique taste I ever had in my life. And that's how my addiction with mud started. I started eating that thing. It was like more like food to me. I couldn't stop eating it. I remember I would buy it almost every day, eat it, finish the whole thing, and the following day it was never enough. I would eat it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, to the point whereby in my mid 30s it started making me sick. It started making me sick, but I wasn't aware that it actually is this addiction. I thought I took something that doesn't align with my system, you know, without even thinking about how this is actually affecting my health. The mud is actually the one affecting my health. I continued taking it. I remember going to the doctor, telling the doctor that, listen, I'm experiencing pains around my stomach and I don't know what this is. I remember telling him what I have ate the past days, but it's the food that I ate was like the food that I actually eat, my favorite food. So I did not really think about this could be the reason why I'm getting sick. The doctor gave me medication. I felt better. Well, went on with my life. But then there was a time whereby I remember eating the mud, and what happened is, after eating it, I started feeling somehow immediately. But then I ignored that. I thought, nah, the pain is gonna go away. And then I slept. It was around, I remember when I ate the thing, it was just after I ate. It was in the evening. Then I went to sleep. The following day it was even worse. I had to it was bad. It was bad. I remember trying to prepare for work, and I couldn't even just lift up a jar of water so I can actually brush my teeth. I couldn't do that, but I forced it. I remember trying to go out, and one of the patrollers saw me, and he was so worried about that because they just stand around the corner, and he saw me throw license like in the morning. He's like, sorry madam, are you going to work? I'm like, yeah. And it's like, I can literally see you from a distance that you are not okay. So what are you going to do at work whereas you are not okay? Right there I vomited. As I vomit, I see sparkles of mud. I'm like, oh my God. I see mud in my vomit. I'm like, oh my God. That's when it rang a bell to say, listen, this thing is making you sick, and it is the very same thing that has been making you sick, and you haven't been paying attention. You thought it was something else, but it's this. Okay, fine. I took a leave that day. I did not go to work, but I was so sick. Came back to the house. I slept for about 2 hours, hoping that when I wake up, I will feel better. No, hell to the no. I woke up feeling even worse. I remember now calling the patrollers, one of the patrollers, to tell him that, listen, I'm not feeling well at all. Can you at least help me with, because I stay alone, help me with some things as I want to go to the clinic or see the doctor. And he recommended, no, go to the clinic so that if maybe you need to be admitted, they can just call the ambulance for you and all that. I did just that. I was up for it. I went to the clinic. I requested an Uber. I went to the clinic. When I got to the clinic, I was told that no, they have closed. They cannot take patients anymore. That is clinic number 1. They cannot take patients anymore. No, they can't. It was around 12. It was midday somewhere there, and I was advised, no, we are not taking patients anymore because of we are closed. The doctors are now leaving, and I'm like, oh my God. And I was so sick. It was obvious to these people who were saying this. It wasn't just one person. It was more than I think it was 4 of them, the ladies at the front desk. They refused to take me in. I'm like, okay, maybe it's my day to die now. But then, as they were talking, they recommended I go to another clinic because there they don't close early. So I requested an Uber, went back. I went to another clinic. When I got there, at least I did not hear. I was so nervous that they will tell me the same thing, that they have closed. No, luckily, they were not closed as yet. So I sat there with other patients, waited for a doctor patiently. But while sitting there, it was so bad. I felt like I need to vomit and all. I felt everything in my body. I felt like I just wanted to. No, let me not even go there. But it was pain everywhere. Everywhere, my body was painful. I felt like vomiting again, but the vomit won't come. So I kept making those noises like, you know what I mean? Oh my God. But even when I was doing that, at the clinics, government clinics, no one attended me. Everyone was sick there, but well, you just have to wait until it's your turn to be attended by a doctor. So we sat there, I think from 1 until the only time I got to see the doctor, it was around past 5 in the afternoon. Not past 5, past 4. Finally, the doctor got to see me. They checked me together with the nurse, and I overheard the nurse say, and she was like, she might be admitted. I don't think her situation is I tried to put a straight face. Me being afraid of the hospital, I just wanted to put a straight face to pretend as though, no, I'm getting better. No, they were not buying that. They put me under observation. They gave me whatever that they needed to give me, but they could see that my situation was very serious. I sat there, and they told me to wait. They put me by the bed, and they told me to wait. They assessed everything. They tried to check, and then they came onto my stomach, and the doctor was like, there's something hard here. Yo. Okay. The doctor was like, no, there's something hard on her stomach, on top of her belly button. Yo. Okay. I looked at my belly button, and then I could see something like something like a bump. And I'm like, huh? Is this thing now forming a tent inside my tummy? Okay, fine. And then the doctor put those things, most of the things that they put on the ears and listen to Yeah, that I forgot the name of that thing. And then yeah, he was not impressed by what he was hearing, I think. And they said we must. He and the nurse stopped at massaging me around the stomach. Oh, it was so painful. It was so painful. I'm not gonna lie. It was so painful. But that massage helped me so much because it seems like whatever that was stuck there had moved. You know, I was still feeling somehow, and I wasn't okay. And after I think 2 hours, I was told that I can go home given medication. But they did not give me the whole medication. They said I must come back the following day. And also when I come back, I must see both the doctor and the nurse because they are in tomorrow. It's the same shift. They're doing the same shift the following day. Okay, fine. And I came back home. Still not feeling well. I tried to eat. I vomited again. And then, but then I took the pills and I went straight to bed. Fell asleep. And the following day, I was feeling much better. I went back to the clinic. They saw me and I got more medication. And it was on that day that I decided I am not going to eat this thing anymore. But it wasn't easy at all because this thing is around the corner. It is everywhere. You see it. You in the cities. Like now that I'm staying in the cities, it's everywhere. You know, it's not easy to avoid. I will tell you on my next video on how I stopped eating this thing. Thank you for listening. But on that day, I felt much better. The doctor and the nurse helped me so much that I think I had to think about my health now. I needed to see what this thing was doing to my body, and I had to stop. Yeah. Thank you.